Hi there, and thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I want to do something fun. I want to recreate 3 synth patches in under 3 minutes. But to keep things interesting, I want to play a game with you. I'm not going to tell you what patch I'm recreating, so as soon as you figure out what patch it is from what song, press pause, see the timestamp, and leave me a comment down below telling me what song you think it is. Let's go. Now, since the Arturia Polybrute 12 is a French synth, I'm going to start off with a patch from a French song. First clue right there. Timer set, go. Starting off with a saw wave, and I'm going to introduce the second VCO. Now remember, I'm not looking for the exact replica of the sound. I'm just in the ballpark so we can have fun here. Let's detune this baby. And let's add some FM. Gives it that growly sound. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to mess with the cutoff from the filter. Remember, the Polybrute has a Steiner and a ladder filter. I'm using the ladder over here. The ladder. Bit of resonance. Let's give it some distortion. I'm going to play around with the filter envelope. And let's get some decay and some attack. Nice and snappy. Let's give it a bit of distortion. I'm going to add some glide here. I'm going to put this to mono. Finally, we get this. Let me know how fast you caught that down below. Now remember, I'm not looking for the exact replica of the sound of the original, just trying to have fun with sound design so you can have fun with sound design as well. Now for my next patch, my next trick. Okay, I'm going to start off again with a sawtooth. And now I'm going to add a full VCO too. Just ever so slightly detuned to give it that bit of phasing from sub. Nice. What's really lovely about the 12 voices on the Polybrute is this thing can sound massive. Okay, once again, we're going to go for the cutoff. Give it some resonance. And now I'm going to mess with the envelope. So I'm going to give it some positive envelope on the filter, and we're going to mess around with the decay and the release. Also the decay and the release of the amp. I'm going to give it some key tracking. Now I'm not sure what the original effect they use on this patch, but I'm going to use the phaser here. Okay, a little bit of reverb. A lot of reverb. Okay, now I'm going to modulate the cutoff with the LFO. So I'm going to go into mods, and I'm going to go for cutoff here as a destination, and LFO 1 into 4. That's way too fast. Okay, I'm going to use a triangle wave. Bit slower. Bit more release. Let's see what we got. Everything. Okay, so this video is definitely going to get copy struck or copyrighted or whatever. I'm not going to be able to monetize this. So if you want to, you can help me out by just clicking the like button, leaving me a comment, maybe subscribing, or even joining my Patreon, which would be greatly appreciated. Moving on, last patch. Now, this last patch I love because it shows you that you don't need to get that complicated to get a great sound. So instead of starting off with a sawtooth, I'm going to go for a square wave. And I'm going to change the pulse width around 50%. Okay, now I'm going to use the Steiner filter. And why? Because it has a bandpass mode. And what I want here, I want to select the frequency, give it a bit of resonance, give it a bit of a nasal, kind of muffled sound. Nice. Very basic stuff, this. I'm going to give it a bit of release. So sustain. Okay, that's enough. Now I'm going to go into my mods, and I'm going to give the pitch a bit of modulation with the LFO. So we have this wobbliness, and I want a triangle wave. Nice. Now I'm gonna add some reverb. Now just because I'm feeling a bit sassy, I'm gonna add the cutoff as a destination, and I'm gonna make LFO2 modulate this baby a bit, but really slowly. You can tell I love triangle LFOs. Now the last thing I want for this patch is a bit of distortion again. Thankfully, we got lots of that here. So I'm gonna go with germanium. Nice. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's definitely gonna get copyrighted. Anyway, my main message here is try to get into sound design as something that's enjoyable, kind of like painting or mixing colors. It's just so much fun if you get out of all the technical stuff and just have a wild time with it. And it really doesn't matter if your patch doesn't sound exactly as the originals, because basically what you're trying to do here is learn through those classic and iconic patches how this stuff works and how you can get close to those sounds so you can start building your own. I want to thank Arturia for sending me the Polybrute, because this thing is a blast to play on and to sound design on. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, or at least entertaining. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.